Hey YouTube, Jason here with DayTradingFearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. And always, let's jump right into it. So today's video is on market profiles, okay? Something a little out of the box. Hopefully this will help you guys for day trading the S&P Emini futures, or even if you want to trade like Apple, something like that, you could kind of do the same exact format, if that kind of makes sense. So let's walk through. I'm going to walk you guys through what these charts are, how to use them in combination with your everyday trading, and just certain aspects that might be able to really help you so you kind of understand where you could find support and resistant levels, okay? And actually points of control, value area, high and low, based on this chart. So the first thing that I like to do is every morning, and you could see if I scroll down, I have all these gaps for the current contract, okay? Currently we're in the September contract, okay? So at the end of the contract, every time there's a new contract, what I'll do is I'll erase all these lines and start from scratch, okay? So in September, once we roll to the December contracts, I would just literally erase all these on both of them and start all over. But what I do is I start over here. Okay, and a couple of things is I have different drawing sets, okay? So for this chart, I call it the volume profile, levels, and single print. And then for this chart, I just call it a default 15-minute VA for value area. You can name them whatever you want, but what I'll do is I'll leave this a link below for this grid, okay, which will actually have all these lines in them, so you could kind of start, or you could just erase all the lines and start fresh, which I would suggest, but just so you can kind of understand how this all works. So let's jump right into it. So right now we have a gap here, right? We have a naked virgin point of control down here, gap, things like that. Well, if you see, these numbers are exactly the same as here. So the way I'll do this is I'll come over here, and let's just say, and again, I do this in the morning, not the evening, because I don't want to have to do double the work, meaning usually once the market's over, I shut everything down, I'm worn out, and I'll start fresh in the morning. But if we kind of gap lower somewhere down here, what I'll do is I'll right click, duplicate, okay, and I would just drag this all the way up, and what I'll do is I'll zoom in and I'll look at the very last candle, I'll put my mouse over it, and if you look right up in this area, okay, you will see the close price, right? So all I care about is the close. So the closing price for there is 33.67. I will right click on the line, edit, and go 33.67. Okay, I'll just update the value. That's it. And it's right there, and I have it here. Now, we also have a virgin point of control because it hasn't been touched because it's the very last stage. So what I'll do is I'll come here, right-click, duplicate, drag this all the way up here, okay? Because remember, you want to make sure you duplicate because this is still an open point of control. So I'll put it kind of right there. Usually I'll put it kind of on the other side just to give me a little more kind of wiggle room because it'll usually never be perfect, but I'll say 33.77.75, right? Because S&P E-mini futures trade in increments of quarters, right? 25, 50, 75, and 0. I'll click OK. So now I have this chart done in the morning. Now over here, what I'll do is I'll do the same thing, duplicate. Okay, I'll drag this guy up here. I'll go 33.67. okay, 33.67, boom, and then I'll duplicate the point or the VPOC. Okay, I know it's up here, which will be 33.77.75, right? So now it's done, and now I have these both linked up, okay? Now, if I go to this chart, which is kind of my main chart, my 1 minute chart that I use for looking for divergences, well, if I come down here, all I need to do is change the default drawing to, we'll say, the volume profile level, and guess what? Now I have my point of control, right? My virgin point of control, and also the gap from the previous day. Okay, this is the previous day's close and the point of control. Okay, so I now have them, and really important, once they're touched, delete them. If it comes like this, if price actually tomorrow came this close and we rolled over, I'll delete it. It's close enough. Anything within maybe a point to 2 points, I would actually just get rid of the line. Just right click and delete, remove. Okay. Now going back to this chart, here's the other thing that I like to do. I know I haven't done it for a while because just with the volatility and all that, and I've been kind of focused on a couple of other things, but I just want to show you guys what I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll grab my price level. Okay, and when I draw a price level, it'll look like this. These are the settings. Okay, white style here, width 1, left extension off, right extension on, show name off, and then show price, don't show, right, off. And then what I'll do is I'll save as default. So what I'll do is I'll leave a couple of these on so you guys could see what they look like in the what they'll do. So this chart is the market profile 30-minute, 20-day. Okay, I really like this. If you guys watch Shadow Trader, and you kind of see his weekly thing where he shows his levels of market profile, right, where he kind of looks for point of controls. It's essentially the same chart where you have single prints, right? Have a single print here, single print there, things like that. Okay, so what I like to do is kind of zoom in, and we have value area high here and value area low here, which are going to be different from these over here. Because remember, this is only a 5-day, 5-minute, while this is a 30-day, 20-minute. So what I'll do is I'll grab this and I'll try and get as close as I can. Okay, and just kind of hover my mouse and left click 2 times, right? Left click 1 to activate, the second to go. Here, same exact thing here, okay? And all I care about, I don't care about the points of control on this chart. I only care about the value area high and low. See how I did this one down here? Okay, so let's zoom out and let's just work our way down. Now, once it's been touched, if you see, these are brand new because these are from today. Well, this price yesterday never reached that, but it reached this one. So there's not one there. Here, there's one. Here, this day touched that, okay? And this day touched that one. But if you look here, the value area low is untouched, and that's why they're called naked virgin points of control or naked value area high and lows, right? Meaning they've never been touched, okay? Naked or virgin point of controls and all that are essentially the same thing. They're kind of interchangeable. So if we look here, these two have been touched by this day's trading price, but these have not been touched, right? Because price the following day gapped higher and we've never come down to reset or retouch, right? So as you could see, I'll put these one here, one there, right? Because price hasn't come down. And then I'll come down over here. You could see this was touched by this price. So essentially there would have been one here and there would have been one here on this day, but then this price came, took out that one, so you would remove it, took out this one, right? It's been touched, remove it. But these have not been touched. So these are now valid value area, high and low, that have not been touched. So this is now what my chart looks like. And you'll be amazed when you watch the S&P Emini futures, as price goes up and down, right? Things like that, you will be amazed of how price will come right to a value area and find support in reverse, okay? Again, it's meant just for a quick scalp, maybe a couple ticks and just a pause. That's all they are. Now, sometimes price will go right to it and bounce. Other times it might kind of go a little below, reverse. You might be able to get a point. Again, these are just areas of potential support and resistance. Okay, so these are not where, hey, prices can touch here and then take off to the other side, reverse, and you're going to get 10 points every time. That's not what they're for. Just so you know, they're just more for reference points, just like the VPOC and the gap. So now I have all that with this in here. Okay, we come over here. And instead of doing just the gaps in VPOCs, we're now going to go default 15-minute value area. And as you can see, we now have all these levels. And as price works its way up or down, okay, throughout the day or the next couple days, couple weeks, however, you will want to keep updating these. But once they get hit, something like this, like I would come over here and I would erase that during regular trading hours, not overnight extended trading hours, but regular, and I would delete that. And then if price came here or came very close in reverse, I would then delete that one. I just right click and remove and just keep updating these every single day. So like I said, I will actually leave a link to this grid down below, which will actually also give you like a share button, so you could upload this grid with everything inside it, okay, to help you kind of get going and all that. So that will be down in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. Also, if you guys do use BookMap, if you don't, this is a quick sneak peek of BookMap, right? Shows you support, resistance. You can even take these links, okay, these, and draw them, because there's a drawing tool, right? So I could say, hey, give me a vertical or a horizontal line, right? And just plot them here. So that's another way that you can use it using BookMap. There will be a link for a free trial down below for BookMap. It's a great tool to use with the S&P Emini futures. But as always, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.